Remember when Bella Red is dead and gone? Every time we got a time, he come back home. Oh, no, you don't see me, cause I come in the wind. And when I go, I go in the wind. Children know you, oh, in the back, oh. This one for Raleigh Gray, did it this way. Oh, turn loud in the back, oh. This one for Raleigh Gray, did it this way. Remember when Bella Red was dead and gone.
Tonight it's payday for civil servants, but that promised payout is being met with pushback tonight. Also, a settlement made with Bahamas' initial developer, and later, the murder count climbing to 73. We've got the latest from police. Eyewitness News starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Janaea Nawal. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping news tonight, government says Christmas came early for civil servants today, as they say they made good on their promise of an increase in increments. But unions who pounded the pavement due to the delay say it's mere pittance than what they were expecting. Our Delano Roker has the details in our top story tonight.
That was the message from public servants last month, who took to the streets agitating for government to pay up on what was promised. After assurances from Prime Minister Philip Davis, it was money in the bank today for thousands, according to Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator Michael Halkitis.
They have been paid today. And this is money that is added to their salary, not just a lump sum.
A major source of tension for public servants was the decision to issue earlier payments to middle management. Minister Halkitis clarified that the move was not based on preference or performance, but practicality.
It's not a matter of just giving someone a one-time lump sum where you can just say, okay, we'll give everybody a lump sum and that's it. It's actually seeing what the salary is, applying the appropriate percentage and making sure that each individual gets what is coming to them and what they deserve. And so that process took a little longer. It's no malice or no ill intent or anything. It's just a matter of having to deal with thousands and thousands of people and ensuring that everything is done correctly.
But Bahamas Union of Teachers President and National Alliance Trade Union Congress, Belinda Wilson, blasting the payout today, dismissing it as a slap in the face for workers.
Civil servants received crumbs from Prime Minister Davis's table in the amounts of $150, $200, $341, respectively, and others said they received nothing. Zero. We are unsure as to how they arrived at these amounts based on calculations between 2% to 8%, especially after being aware that other civil servants received $3,000 and up, as they were paid all of their monies retroactive to September.
And while frustrations persist over the rising cost of living, Halkitis says the government's debt reduction strategy is slowly creating space, he says, that can eventually support larger increases for the country's workforce.
We are now in the region of 73% debt to GDP. Of course, it fluctuates. Our goal is by 2031 to have that around 50%. And so continue to reduce that. 4 years ago, it was in the region of 100%, which was very, very elevated. And so we've gradually brought it down. And, we'll continue to conduct reviews and improve, salaries and benefits as we're able to do so.
And Wilson is not backing down, warning that an ongoing poll of union members will determine whether the union moves to retaliate against the government. Delano Roker, Eyewitness News.
Of course, it's a story we will continue to follow, but in response to this ongoing debate, Eyewitness News turning to social media posing the question, what should the government prioritize next regarding public sector pay? 6% of participants voting for faster processing of increments, 58% voting increasing minimum wage, and 36% voting the cost of living to bring some relief. Be sure to continue to participate in our daily digital polls as your voice matters. Well, it was a major turning point today for the original Bahamas developer, Sarkis Ismailian, confirming he's now settled all litigation with CCA Construction, formally ending a years-long legal battle. This settlement coming after a New York Supreme Court found CCA guilty of fraud and breach of contract, ordering more than $1 billion in damages, a ruling that was later upheld on appeal. Well, during that dispute, court filings revealing two of CCA's Nassau hotel assets, the British Colonial Hilton and the Margarita Beach Resort, were at risk of seizure to satisfy the judgment. Today's resolution removes that threat. It also closes a chapter that has loomed over Bahamas for years. The Deputy Prime Minister, Chester Cooper, says the outcome supports stability in the country's investment climate.
Suffice to say, any settlement of a dispute in the tourism business is a good outcome, and would certainly have the support of the government of the Bahamas. I think disputes hold up progress, and if they're able to settle them out amicably, I think that goes a long way for the economy and the Bahamian people.
In news from the Crime Beat tonight, a heated dispute between roommates ending in murder. Police tell us that the deadly confrontation unfolded around 3 a.m. inside a Hebburn Estates apartment complex. It left a 25-year-old man dead. Detectives say the men got into a heated argument that escalated after one of them allegedly threw the other's belongings into the yard. The victim later sat on the porch to cool off, but police say his roommate went back inside, armed himself with a sharp object, returned, stabbing him in the upper chest. The victim, we're told, tried to walk away but collapsed a short distance away from the building and died on scene. Police have a 32-year-old man in custody. He's assisting with that investigation. Well, the Soldier Road neighborhood is pleading for urgent intervention tonight after a series of violent crashes that's left residents shaken, frustrated, and fearing something even worse might come along. Our Laurencia Smith has their story tonight.
One crash after the next, all captured by residents of Spencer Court in the Soldier Road area. The photos paint a troubling picture: frequent collisions, serious injuries, major property damage, and in some cases lives lost. Longtime resident Harlan Pinder says the situation has become unbearable and calling it concerning and infuriating. And before the 10 o'clock hour on Tuesday night, he says yet another accident was reported happening along the same stretch, reinforcing the neighborhood's plea for immediate action.
Or a flip car was maybe a Honda Civic, dark colored. On its side, the crash wall and things was just all in pieces. And so that was a terrible incident to have the witness and go through again.
Pinder says drivers heading southbound on Soldier Road would be met with a dangerous curve, a troubling spot he believes has turned the area into a constant hazard. And Pinder pointed out a lamp pole in the area that is tilted, which he suggested may have been a result of constant collisions.
Somebody has to have their pulse on these kind of things. Ministry of Works, they should be aware that this is now the 608 accident because it's a dark curve. I liken it to the name of a block or block curve. If you're not familiar with this area, you're not aware of how deep this curve is.
Along with the blocks that are scattered across the yard, you can also see parts of the vehicle still here. And Mr. Pinder say more often than not, they're left with the bag because they now have to spend thousands of dollars to repair the damages.
We have to repair our wall ourselves. You've had some good, responsible people who've come along and they say, listen, yeah, I'm responsible, I'm going to pay for it. But you always have that anxiety of when or if they're going to come.
Mr. Knowles, a 91-year-old longtime resident, also echoing the same concerns. This after he says a car ran into his yard and he had to create an alternative to prevent further damage.
Yeah, fella, why put them pipe and rock? Car was up underneath that big picture window. My window still got a crack down below with the car running through. Tired of running into my place. A little while now, they ain't running into that.
So that's why you start putting up a wall.
I never put no wall because I know what's going to happen. I put big pipe and big rock.
Meanwhile, Pinder posed this question to the powers that be.
Also on the road, put a flashing light, put a speed bump. You saving lives. You rather people be uncomfortable with going over a speed bump, or you want them to see another day. Which one you prefer? Uncomfortability, or you want lives lost?
Laurencia Smith, Eyewitness News.
Of course, it's a story we will continue to follow. Meantime, more stories coming from the community tonight. This time, it's an Eastern New Providence resident who says she's fed up with on the nearby property that's creating an eyesore. Our Jose Etienne takes it from here.
I see live rat jumping off the truck. Live rat, running off the truck. All kind of creepy things. And my house is right here, man.
A longtime elderly resident in Elizabeth at her breaking point as she struggles to deal with a trash-filled lot right next door to her residence. The issue began weeks after residents in the Eastern New Providence area began finding their footing after a microburst in September left behind a path of ruin.
It was bush, but it was clean. It wasn't any garbage. So I'd rather for the bush to be than for them to throw in old mattress and old garbage, old fridge, old toilet bowl, and all kind of thing, man. It's disgusting.
What's particularly baffling residents is that those making the residential community a dumping ground seem to be turning a blind eye to the garbage bin that's been placed on the lot.
We got 5 senses, right? Some people have 3, some people have 5. You know, they can see the bin though, just jump it in the bin. But you know how we behaving. Some people is being a rush, so they just dump it down.
But the elderly resident isn't pointing fingers at her neighbors.
And now this garbage is not the people in the area. This garbage is coming from all over. Tell the people to bring the garbage and put it in the front of the yard, not bringing it and throwing it on other people's property.
Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
On to some other news tonight. Commissioner of Police Shanton Knowles leading a Bahamas delegation at the 93rd Interpol General Assembly. It's a global gathering focused on strengthening cooperation between law enforcement agencies worldwide. The country's top cop delivering remarks in Morocco this morning, underscoring why the country's participation in Interpol is critical. Commissioner Knowles telling delegates that access to Interpol's network, intelligence sharing, and investigative support can directly improve the country's ability to tackle crime on our streets.
As the first female commissioner of police in my country, I have seen firsthand the importance of international leadership, mentorship, and creating environments where women can rise, contribute, and lead authentically. I have been tested to lead major departments and proven success on 2 occasions before becoming commissioner. First, as the first female to command the Criminal Investigation Department, and second, upon my appointment as an assistant commissioner, the first female assigned to take command of the northern region of the Bahamas, which includes 3 major islands that welcome hundreds of thousands of visiting tourists and business professionals each year.
Commissioner Knowles also highlighting the untapped potential of women in law enforcement worldwide, noting that as policing continues to evolve, more female officers must be positioned at the forefront of strategy, leadership, and decision-making.
While resources sometimes were limited, success was achieved through strengthening community partnership through our Clear Hold and Build initiative. Our shared responsibility now is to turn these lessons into sustained action. We must ensure that women are not only represented, but fully equipped and empowered to shape the future of global policing. Through Interpol's platform, we can continue to champion this change together.
Low voter turnout, a major concern for the Parliamentary Registration Department. Officials telling our Linton Ritchie Jr. tonight that their focus is shifting to finding new ways to get more voters engaged. Here's that report.
More than half of Golden Isles voters stayed home on Monday, a stunning level of apathy that election officials say they still cannot explain. With turnout slumping to just 49%, questions are now swirling about what kept thousands from the polls.
I just somehow waiting for the general elections. They don't see the need to vote in the by-election because the general election should be held within the next year.
Out of 7,926 registered voters in Golden Isles, only 3,884 showed up to cast a ballot. 6 were spoiled, meaning more than 4,000 voters sat the by-election out entirely. Following the release of unofficial results, party representatives weighed in on the low turnout.
It says to me that work needs to be done, and we are prepared to do that.
The general election is months away, and I think that's when most people are going to vote.
All of us have a responsibility to inspire voters so that they know that their vote counts.
Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson is dismissing suggestion that the 7,926 figure is inaccurate, saying his team cleaned the voters' register right up to the deadline. With Golden Isles being the largest constituency and its landscape dense with apartment complexes, rental homes, and gated communities, questions remain about whether a transient population contributed to the low turnout.
Golden Isles is that community that have people transferring in and out, whether it's an apartment or once you register or you transfer, that information is captured. Also at this time trying to get persons to verify for the biometric card. That process is going slow right now.
The official results declare Progressive Liberal Party candidate Darren Pickstock as the Member of Parliament-elect with 1,873 votes. He was followed by Free National Movement candidate Brian Brown with 1,637. Coalition of Independents candidate Brian Roll with 352, and independent candidate Karen Kim Butler with 16. Linton Ritchie Jr., Eyewitness News.
Now, while there was low voter turnout for the Golden Isles by-election, the Registrar General's Department, they are reporting a historical shift in the numbers of registered voters. Ahead of next year's general election, authorities say they're hoping that the general election, based on these stats, see a greater voter turnout.
The interest seems to peak a little since the by-election was called, and so we're looking to see a peak. But we don't expect that much more persons to register. On our register now, we have 196,300 plus persons on the register. It's the highest the register has ever been. So we don't expect that much more persons to register.
A town hall meeting is underway tonight for stakeholders and the community to hear about a proposed plan which will hopefully breathe life back into downtown Nassau and East Bay Street. As critics say, over the years, the area has become an eyesore. Our Linton Ritchie Jr. is standing by. He joins us live from that town hall meeting. Linton, I understand that just wrapped up moments ago. What's the latest?
Good evening, Janaea. That's right. Joining you live from the Beach Soccer Stadium here on East Bay Street, where a town hall meeting was just held with stakeholders from the Bahamas Football Association, HCB, and the public at large to discuss some possible consultation for development here. So we will bring some stakeholders in at this time who will be able to break down a little bit more about this town hall development, the town hall meeting, and the development that is in the early stages. Talk to me, let's start with you a little bit about where we're at with this and the involvement the Bahamas Football Association has exactly with what's going on.
Well, thanks for covering this development for us as well. I felt it was a very good town hall meeting. We had some very good questions, engaging questions for the development company and for us, for the BFA, of how this project is going to affect that would be generated from a project like this, going back into our community. Not just for football, but overall employment for other activities that the project's gonna bring to us.
Really quickly, let's talk a little bit about the logistics and the plans that are set out for this development. Walk us through what you guys are proposing. I know earlier inside the town hall meeting, we heard a bit about some pickleball, and other recreational sports. So talk to us a little bit about what you're planning to exactly do here.
Sure. So we're looking at currently enhancing this area, and with our partners, BFA, working in tandem with them to enhance the sports facilities. So the sports facilities will be covered by the car park itself, and so we will put a 5-story car park which will generate around about 355 car parking spaces. On the roof there, we will have a number of pickleball courts and paddleball courts, as well as a food and beverage concept, which will be coffee, say during the day, and then in the evening it will turn into a bar. As we know, and with the BFA, we have many tour buses that come into this area, but they don't have anywhere that they can have a cup of coffee, look at the view, walk around the marina and so forth. So we will enhance this area that way.
And final question from me, as a stakeholder in the development company, proposed development company, what economic benefit do you think that this will bring to the Bahamas?
Well, first of all, it will generate in the short term jobs. So first of all, what do we need right now? We need to generate spaces that then can enhance the tourism and the growth. And so for us, it will be tendering out to local Bahamians so that they can then build the structure, then working with our colleagues in BFA to generate more sporting events. We were just talking just a few moments ago about the enhancements that are going to bring here. So it really is going to benefit the Bahamas from tourism, economic growth, jobs for Bahamians building, but then operating afterwards.
Got it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Well, Janae, you heard it here first. Of course, this development is in early stages. Of course, they are proposing to transform the recreational space here at the Beach Soccer Stadium. That is from retail spaces to sporting facilities. And of course, it's all part of the revitalization project of downtown Nassau, Bahamas, to bring a bit more life back to the streets here in the eastern community. But for now, standing by here at the Beach Soccer Stadium, I'm Linton Ritchie Jr. reporting live, sending it back to you at the desk. Janelle.
Thanks so much, Arlington Ritchie Jr., joining us live tonight. On to more news from politics. Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper taunting the opposition Free National Movement tonight after former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis suggested that his party did not have the ammunition to win the recently held Golden Isles by-election. Minnis telling media that his party should have not contested the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election, as well as this year's. This as the party is carrying the weight of 2 failed campaigns after the general election loss in 2021. Minnis's comments ring in tandem with that of former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram, who also advised the Free National Movement to sit out of the Golden Isles race.
I've got my popcorn and I'm going to be watching. I think there's a lot to go around there, and I'm going to allow them to fight amongst themselves, and I'll just watch from the sidelines.
Well, the National Junkanoo Committee has released the official rules and regulations for the 2025 Boxing Day and 2026 New Year's Day parades just 1 month before groups are set to return to Bay Street. A major change this year: no groups will face disqualification. Instead, violations will result in penalties rather than being thrown out of the competition entirely. The NJC's chairman, Andrew Pinder, says the shift is designed to keep group morale high and ensure months of hard work aren't wiped away by a single misstep.
We have ensured that for this parade, there's no disqualification. All right, for the same reason that fairness is, we've had a group that lost a sponsorship. Okay, but they're working it out. It seems to be amicable.
Well, the Trailer Bridge announced today that its Jones Act barge, Brooklyn Bridge, it has safely returned to the port of Jacksonville with only 11 containers unsealed out of 192 containers. The barge has been completely offloaded, the company expressing appreciation to the U.S. Coast Guard and other federal partners and the Royal Bahamas Police Force for their swift response following that looting incident which took place in November in Abaconian Waters. Its CEO, Mitch Luciano, in a press release revealing the company has launched a meticulous inspection to determine what was stolen. Trailer Bridge also initiated a cleanup at the barge's former location near the Abaco Reef to remove debris discarded during that incident. The operation is being funded entirely by the company and is expected to conclude this week. Luciano noted that the inventory process is now underway in coordination with insurance carriers. That's expected to take several weeks. It's a story we will continue to follow tonight. In other news, quite a banner day for tourism and aviation as Porter Airlines has officially begun doing business in the Bahamas following its inaugural flight from Toronto, Canada to New Providence today. The airline's senior vice president, Edmund Elders, revealing that the Bahamas is the first Caribbean destination that they've partnered with. The airline's executive adds that more flights are expected to come on stream as they facilitate airlift between Montreal as well as Canada and the country's capital.
For the first time in Porter's history, we're growing our network beyond Canada and the US and bringing Nassau into our network. We are extremely proud to be the first airline in North America to operate the state-of-the-art Embraer E195 aircraft. Porter has been flying since 2006, and with our new E2 fleet, we are changing the definition of economy air travel by offering highly competitive pricing and enjoyable passenger experience for everyone who travels with us. As we expand service to Nassau, we recognize the steady interest among Canadians to experience the culture, beauty, and hospitality of these remarkable islands, and of course, the sun. At the same time, we welcome Bahamians who call Canada their second home and invite everyone to visit and explore our beautiful landscapes and multicultural cities.
Well, this partnership comes as local officials boast of its relationship with Canada that is paying dividends, particularly as the holiday season inches closer.
Today's inaugural flight arrives at an exciting time for our destination. This winter, we're experiencing the highest Canada airlift on record, with weekly direct service doubling from 19 flights to 39 by the end of the year.
We proudly tell you that the growth that we are seeing from Canada is astronomical. When we look back to 2023 and we make the comparison, we're 65% ahead of 2023 out of Canada. When we look at 2024, we're tracking ahead as well. Before we add Port Airlines, before we add the significant airlift that's coming in December, and this is not by chance. It's because of great partnerships, partnership with Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board, a great partnership with NAD, and of course a great partnership that we start today with Porter.
Well, if you've got a news tip or if you've seen news in the making, call the Eye News hotline at 397-6397. We also invite you to send your letters to the editor for publication. On all of our social media platforms, Eyewitness News Bahamas at gmail.com. And if you're watching on our Facebook or YouTube page, share your thoughts about today's stories in the comments section. We want to hear from you. We're just getting started in Eyewitness News tonight, but when we come back, Bahamas Power and Light gives a special award to a very special employee. We'll tell you why coming up. And later tonight, Kalik and the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture inking a new deal. We'll tell you all about it right after this break.
Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao. No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
Get ready, Grand Bahama. It's the Black Friday deal you've waited all year for. This Friday, November 28th, Grand Bahama Tiles is dropping a 26% off store-wide sale. That's all tiles, all materials, 26% off. It's one day with huge savings and the perfect time to stock up and save big. So don't walk, run to catch this one-day Black Friday sale. Call 352-7920.
The best Christmas memories aren't the ones posted, they're the ones that stay. So whether you're here for the original memes or spicy moments, gather round for the memories that truly matter. Share 8 juicy pieces of KFC chicken with your favorite sides and our new coconut dessert biscuits, a holiday treat made to share. Enjoy Christmas without a filter or dish duty, but with the moments that are full of flavor. KFC's Festive Feast, starting at $20. Finger licking good.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off, ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist, they're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
This segment of Eyewitness News is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back. Here's a look at your Eyewitness News gas tracker, $5.48. You're getting at Esso tonight, $5.28 at both Rubis and Shell tonight. Welcome back. You're watching Eyewitness News. Well, Thanksgiving tomorrow, just hours away. Officials are projecting that this year's travel could outdo last year's records. President of the Nassau Airport Development Company, Vernice Watkins, says a recent uptick in travel has given officials a glimpse of what's to be expected.
Passenger numbers for the Thanksgiving holiday season, they look very, very strong. We're very encouraged because clearly Americans have decided that irrespective of what else is going on in their economy, travel is important to them, especially at Thanksgiving. So we're fortunate to be able to benefit from that demand. They're coming here in large numbers. Our hotels are telling us that they're doing very well for this Thanksgiving season in terms of occupancies, and we can see it through the airport. Just last Saturday, we had a 6,600 passenger arrival day. We haven't had one of those since July. So it's that sort of thing that is very encouraging to us. So yes, this Thanksgiving is looking to be at least as good as last year, if not a little bit better.
Well, it's becoming a familiar sight across New Providence, bright signage and a menu built on bold Caribbean flavors. And now Tropical Gyros has planted its latest flag, now spanning 7 locations nationwide, with the newest branch opening its doors in Delaport on West Bay Street. Founder Chef Kevin Culmer says today's launch is more than just another storefront. He says it's a continuation of the brand's commitment to entrepreneurship and economic empowerment.
You know, one of the mandates we've always had as Tropical Gyros is to ensure that we not only provide a good, healthy product and an affordable one to our Bahamian customers, but also, more importantly, opportunities for Bahamian entrepreneurs to become a part owner of the economy. We know how difficult it is to try to, meet financial obligations necessary to purchase an American franchise. So we've made the opportunities much more reachable and affordable for everyday Bahamians to be a part of what we're trying to accomplish and bring great quality food at an affordable price and healthy to Bahamian citizens. And so, sitting here today, introducing, Mr. Patton as a Delaport franchisee who's been in operation now for, since June. And it's a pleasure. It really is a pleasure. But more importantly, to see persons like Mr. Patton expressing an interest to be part of the Tropical Gyros family.
The new franchisee, Iko Patton, this move was a long time coming with years of experience in the food and beverage industry. He says he's choosing Delaport. It was a decision fueled by health, vision, and also opportunity.
All Bahamian brand. That's number one. That's the number one thing that excites me, that it's all Bahamian. I've had questions asked like, "Oh, this is American or there's somebody else?" No, this is all Bahamian. Everything. Right now we have 8 employees at this location right now. Hopefully we'll get more as we expand more. The reason why I chose this location because I've noticed that this location is more health conscious. But I've also noticed that I can tell you everything every day in this store. Either somebody is coming in or leaving from the gym. So I realized that it's more health conscious, and you know that in the Bahamas it's very difficult to find health places because the junk is so convenient everywhere. And to come in some place like this and find good food that's good for you, is great. And I've tried it myself, so I know what I'm. You can't sell something unless you taste it.
Bahamas Pharmaceutical Association President Dr. Marvin Smith has alleged that there could be agents in government trying to prevent the association from establishing a union to represent pharmaceutical professionals. According to Smith, the process started back in September, and he says since then there have been reports that the necessary documentation, including an application, were not received. This despite officials from the registrar reportedly signing off and said the documents, when they were sent from the association via messenger service, since a meeting was held between the association and the registrar to finalize the way forward. However, Dr. Smith suggests tonight that there could still be some sabotaging in the midst, as he alleged that individuals have come in recent weeks cautioning him and informing him of certain rooms his name has been called. But he says he's not backing down. The association decided to introduce a union for pharmaceutical professionals because Dr. Smith says that for far too long, individuals have been able to take advantage of pharmaceutical professionals, and many have had to resort to closing their business or even shutting down.
We walked through and had submitted our documents to begin that process. We did so in August and were told that we needed to change the format. We did that, and then we delivered those documents to the Office of the Department of Labor on September 24th. We attempted to submit through Gateway, and the Gateway system, anybody who's working in the Gateway system will tell you this. It's like every other IT system. Some days it's up, sometimes there's problems with it. It's not perfect. It's a step in the right direction, but we were having issues with it, so we decided to literally print out documents, send in our paperwork in the hard copy. And so that there would be no reason to say, oh, we didn't get it through the system, or the system lost it, or whatever else. And that's what we did. And so what you've seen play out in the media.
Well, Bahamas Power and Light Company awarding CCTV operator Wendy Roll with the Spirit of Courage Award after she saved the life of a colleague during the 11 to 7 shift. The incident, Roll said, happened at around 11:40 p.m. when she noticed her co-worker sitting in an abnormal position while she was monitoring the internal surveillance system. The award, according to BPL, was created by Chief Executive Officer Tony Seymour to award employees like Roll who go above and beyond the call of duty.
I noticed the officer was leaning back in the chair, in an odd position. So it didn't look normal to me. I telephoned the entrance gate and I asked them to walk over to Hyler Street to check on the officer. Richard, when I watching them on camera, I saw him shaking the officer, tapping him, doing everything to try to bring him to. And he was unresponsive. I quickly then dialed 911, asked for an ambulance to come to assist. And whilst I was on the phone, I was talking to my supervisor and my manager and telling them, updating them on what's going on. I walk into the booth, I check him, no moving, no breathing. So I just I didn't want to move him flat on the ground because I didn't know if he was injured or what was going on with him. So I just started to do basic chest compressions and until he came to.
Meantime, $5,000 worth of supplies were shipped off to Bahamas Power and Light teams in Jamaica, currently assisting with the restoration of the Caribbean nation following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. According to a statement released by BPL, the team is 2 weeks into the month-long mission to aid Jamaica in its recovery. The care packages were sent off of a Bahamas Air flight to Jamaica on Sunday. It included a range of products from water to Gatorade to canned goods, snacks, power banks, toiletries, and some other necessities. On to some other news tonight. At the Eva Hilton Primary School today, the Office of the Prime Minister's Climate Change Youth Ambassador for the year, Ryan Munnings, led students through a hands-on demonstration of environmental responsibility, planting 3 new trees across school grounds. The trees donated by Forestry Bahamas and Rocky Farms included the national flower, the yellow elder, as well as a soursop and sugar apple tree. Munnings sharing that the planting forms a part of Climate Change Youth Ambassador program, which seeks to empower future generations to take meaningful action within their own communities.
My personal motto is that we're paving the way for others. We're not the leaders of tomorrow, we're the leaders of today. And so the children must be informed and must be well educated on the issue that we're combating today and not in the future. I spoke with one of the young gentlemen. He indicated that he wanted to be a marine biologist. And so, as we can see, the children already have an idea of what they plan on doing, and we're just here to help enforce that and give them that platform. There's only so much that education teach you. And as my job as a Climate Change Youth Ambassador, I have to come up here. So youth from all ages, from grade 6 straight up to, I believe it's about 28 now or 30. And so we're speaking to them, explaining to them what climate change and environment is, because they probably won't learn until the grade 7 or up to high school level. But it's good that they get that grounded education now so they can know what they want to do in the future and see how best they can help the environment at this present stage.
While the Climate Change Youth Ambassador program is already planning ahead for 2026 initiatives and activities scheduled for Uriah McPhee Primary, St. John's College, C.H. Reeves, and the upcoming Bahamas Youth Climate Change Conference. Today's lesson is already hitting home for young students who are already planning professional environmental careers.
I enjoy the environment very much. I love nature. Nature is basically like a part of me. I watch videos of marine biologists. I like to watch the videos of the sea personally because I just like sea animals on the whole. Because my brother taught me about the sea a bit, and then I just started learning a bit more by myself.
If you say nature, nature is technically my home. I would go in nature, I'll breathe in nature, I'll walk all over the place from nature. I take care of plants. If I see plants dying, I would help them to get more better of how they are now.
Some very smart students there. CALIC and the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture inking a 6-figure deal for 4 years. It's hoping to elevate Junkanoo groups across the Bahamas and up the ante to the greatest show on earth, just a month away from Bay. Sales Director of Commonwealth Brewery, Carlos Sands, highlighting the partnership and says it will continue to push the Bahamian heritage to an international level.
A multi-year partnership from 2025 to 2029, making CALIC the official alcohol beverage sponsor of Junkanoo in New Providence. This covers the Boxing Day and New Year's Day parades, plus any official festivals and events that surround them. To be clear, for us, this isn't just sponsorship. It's a partnership that goes deeper than any other beverage brand out there. CALIC and Junkanoo have a connection built over decades. Wherever there's a parade, a practice by the sports center, or a shack at 3 a.m. 2 days before Junkanoo, you will find Kalik supporting, celebrating, and being a part of the magic.
Well, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture Mario Boleg explaining how the collaboration between the Bahamian Bear Kalik and the staple in Bahamian culture, Junkanoo, allows the stakeholders to put their full talents on display due to the strong financial backing of corporate Bahamas.
To stand here today witnessing a long-term investment in Junkanoo from a company whose brand was shaped by creative Bahamians like Dr. Orff is truly meaningful. Commonwealth Brewery Limited has long demonstrated that they understand the value of investing in Bahamian culture. This agreement is another chapter in that story, one that strengthens our cultural institution and reinforces the importance of private sector partnershiping in building a stronger Bahamas. Partnership like this matters. They give us the stability to grow, innovate, and dream bigger. And while the NJC has a number of exciting new events and products on the horizon.
Witness News tonight, Disney have a special surprise for some special students. We've got that story right after this break, but first, a check on tonight's weather forecast.
This September is a September to remember at Conrad Bahamas. Get 30% off all windows and doors all month long. We carry Hurricane Impact sliding windows and doors, Hurricane Impact casement windows and doors, as well as PVC windows and doors. Whether you're upgrading for style or preparing for hurricane season, now is the perfect time to save. Visit us today and take advantage of our biggest savings of the season only at Conrad Bahamas, exclusively at our locations in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera. Conrad Bahamas. Dream, design, deliver.
Get ready, Grand Bahama. It's the Black Friday deal you've waited all year for. This Friday, November 28th, Grand Bahama Tiles is dropping a 26% off store-wide sale. That's all tiles, all materials, 26% off. It's one day with huge savings and the perfect time to stock up and save big. So don't walk, run to catch this one-day Black Friday sale. Call 352-7920.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Only one item? Are you tired of limited choices? I'll have the one item on the menu, thank you. Wow! So many choices. Why settle for less when you deserve more? When it comes to the ways you pay, the more, the better. With a variety of payment options available, you can enjoy the freedom to choose what works best for you. Choose freedom. Choose flexibility. Choose from the full menu of payment options. The future of pay is digital.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off. Ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920.
This September is a September to remember at Con Bahamas. Get 30% off all windows and doors all month long. We carry Hurricane Impact sliding windows and doors, Hurricane Impact casement windows and doors, as well as PVC windows and doors. Whether you're upgrading for style or preparing for hurricane season, now is the perfect time to save. Visit us today and take advantage of our biggest savings of the season only at Con Bahamas, exclusively at our locations in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera. Con Bahamas. Dream, design, deliver.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. Well, students at Woodcock Primary got an early swirl of Christmas magic this week, all thanks to a festive surprise from Disney Cruise Lines, the company rolling out onto campus on Wednesday with bags of holiday goodies. And a special guest who stole the show, Stitch, burst onto the scene, dancing and rocking out to Disney favorites before pausing his dance party to snap some photos with the enthusiastic students. It's the latest moment in a long-standing partnership between Disney Cruise Lines and the school, a relationship that seems to grow brighter each year. The school's principal, Roberta Scott, thanking the cruise line for their generous gesture, saying the gifts will undoubtedly brighten the students' holiday experience.
And so we say a big thank you to Disney for reaching out to us. You know, sometimes the smaller schools normally get overlooked. And so we are happy that they have partnered with us at Woodcock Primary School, home of the stars. Our mission is to cater to the entire child. And so even though we want to educate them, you know, some children won't be able to get a Christmas gift at Christmas. So this is aligning with our mission. Last year, what we did at this school, we purchased a gift for every student. We put it under the Christmas tree and they were able to come and pick a gift. And so now with Disney partner with us, it would lessen our load, financial burden, and everyone would leave with a smile on their faces.
Well, Disney Cruise Line volunteers visited the school for the official handover, joined by Joey Gaskin, the company's regional public affairs director for the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Gaskin says the donation reflects Disney's continued commitment to uplifting communities across the Bahamas, and several volunteers we spoke with said being a part of the holiday surprise was its own gift, calling it a chance to give back, connect with students, and share a little seasonal joy.
So for us, again, it's about bringing that holiday cheer. We want these young people to know that we are in these communities and these communities are home for us just like it is for them. We are, again, a part of the community here in the Bahamas, and we want Bahamians to know that we find this place special, important, and valuable to us as an organization.
Yes, we have wonderful gifts on behalf of Disney. We have the Disney memory card game, a backpack, and a Pluto plushie.
Oh, you know, I've worked with Disney Cruise Line for 4 years, and it's been so nice to get to go to these communities and see the artwork and see the community, see that like spirit of the Bahamas that we go to all the time.
Well, operators of Tixty's Caribbean Delight, they're highlighting their Thanksgiving menu as the countdown for the anticipated food day begins tomorrow. Dante Gilbert, a pastry chef at the business establishment, says patrons are in for a treat tomorrow.
You know, when it comes to Tasties, when it comes to anything we do, you can expect the best. Our motto is simply the best, and that's Thanksgiving menu is just that. We have 3 options going on tomorrow. Your traditional ham and turkey option, and then we have a second option where you can get ham or turkey, and you can choose that with another choice of protein, or you can get 2 choices of protein. And those proteins can go anywhere from beef Wellington to shrimp to mussels, you name it, we have it. Like, we literally sourced our grouper and our lobster for tomorrow today. We also have a vegan option for all of those that do not eat meat. Don't worry, we have everybody thought about. We thought about this endlessly. This isn't our first rodeo. We've been doing this now for quite some time, and we get better at it every single year. There is all hands on deck. You're not just coming in to get a mass-produced meal. You're getting a home-cooked meal. When you sit down and you have this meal from Tasties, you're going to feel as if you're sitting at your table with your family.
Well, still to come in Eyewitness News tonight, our Laurencia Smith has your latest check on sports. Good evening, Laurencia.
Good evening, Janaea. While the men's national basketball team is gearing up to kick off their campaign to the 2028 LA Olympics, I'll tell you more about it straight ahead in sports.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off, ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920.
Stop, man, stop. But it's hot today, boy. Boy. You see that? Mm-hmm. That's snowy. I can cool off, man.
Where you going? Get back here. Don't go in that people.
I can inside
there.
there.
I can cook whatever you want tonight. Where you going?
You can do what?
I can cook whatever tonight.
I forget you can't cook.
Step up the heat and enter Skypole. Expert installation, cool comfort, and reliable service. Brought to you by Discount AC and Supplies. Your one-stop shop for top-tier AC units.
Get ready, Grand Bahama. It's the Black Friday deal you've waited all year for. This Friday, November 28th, Grand Bahama Tiles is dropping a 26% off store-wide sale. That's all tiles, all materials, 26% off. It's one day with huge savings and the perfect time to stock up and save big. So don't walk, run to catch this one-day Black Friday sale. Call 352-7920.
Eyewitness Sports is brought to you by 103.5 The Beat.
Welcome to another edition of Eyewitness Sports. I'm Laurencia Smith. Thanks for joining us. Topping sports tonight, the Bahamas Basketball Federation has announced its 12-man roster for the opening window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Americas qualifier. The nation will face off against Canada in a home-away series starting later this week. The Bahamas is ready for the FIBA World Cup America qualifiers. The squad, coached by the first vice president of the Federation, Moses Johnson, blends familiar faces and fresh talent. Team Bahamas opens Group B action in front of the home crowd on Friday over at the Kendall J. Isaac Gymnasium against Canada, before they hit the road to travel to Toronto for the next matchup on Monday, December 1st.
Our 12-man roster for the first window of the FIBA World Cup 2027 qualifiers will be Kai Jones, Eric Isaiah Mobley, Travis Munnings, Kentorn Smith, Dominic Bridgewater, Jerron Keno Burrows, Franco Miller Jr., Garvin Clark Jr., Adriel Martinborough, Samuel Hunter, Rashad Davis, and Zane Knowles. We don't go into any battle looking to lose. And I think this team has a great makeup. The one good part about this team is that we've been able now to successfully bring home a cohort of same individuals.
The qualifiers run across 6 windows, November of 2025 to March of 2027. The Bahamas withdraw in Group B alongside Puerto Rico, Jamaica, and Canada. National team player Rashad Davis says the support of a strong home crowd will be key, while veteran Jerron Keno Burrows expressed the confidence in the squad selected for the campaign.
It's no egos, everyone playing for each other. Everyone play on separate teams, everyone know what they do in their team, but once we get together, everyone put their ego aside. One common goal is to win and represent the country.
Like they say, the end of the bench has to be as good as the front of the bench. And I'm at the end of the bench now, and I have to make sure that the bench mafia is positive. Because when it's not, it leaks down and it builds cancer and, these things that we have to remember team.
Still on the basketball court, this time we're hanging out with Coach Yo and the Ole Miss Lady Rebels. And they're still undefeated. Following a dominant performance, Ole Miss extended its unbeaten start to the season with a commanding 102-50 victory over Longwood Lancers. The Rebels' offense were firing on all cylinders, combining precise shooting with a fast tempo to secure one of the most decisive wins of the season. The Rebels reached a triple-digit score for the first time since December of 2020, when they put up 104 points against Alcorn State. This marks the second time under Coach Yo's tenure that Ole Miss has scored 100 points in a game, and the 36th time in the program history. With the win, Ole Miss now starts 5-0 for the third time under Coach Yo and the 17th time in school history. The Rebels will next head to Daytona Beach for the annual Coastal to Coast Classic, where they will face off against Wisconsin on November 28 before they face off against George Mason on November 29th. Well, that's what's making sports at this hour. I'm Laurencia Smith. Stay tuned for more news on the other side of the break.
The administrators, faculty, and students of Albury Sale Primary School recently displayed their accomplishments during a showcase initiated by the Western New Providence Primary District. Principal Naria Hulbert provides an overview.
Over the course of the last year, when we started school in September 2024, our boys and girls were giving us a 36% A through C pass in reading comprehension. And of course, we know that everything one school of thought says everything rises and falls with leadership, but in schools, everything rises and falls with literacy. And so we were very intentional in designing programs that would move our boys and girls from that 36%, and we really only envisioned a 5 to 7% increase. But at the end of June 2025, when our boys and girls sat the district exam, We were elated, and we are so pleased to announce that our boys and girls, with our teachers, attained a 51% A through C pass. This year, during the national examinations, we were pleased that our third graders performed phenomenally well. We were so proud of them, particularly in the area of mathematics concepts, which has been an area that has been declining in recent times as traditionally one of the stronger components of math. It was taking a step back. And this year, our third graders delivered us 92% A through D passes.
Jonathan McIntosh for Ed Talk.
This Friday and Saturday, the Sports Center and Heatwave are having a massive Black Friday sale with 25% off store-wide. Stock up on gifts, gear, and styles you love just in time for the holidays. This is the sale you don't want to miss. But hurry, this sale is only for 2 days. Visit the Sports Center and Heatwave from November 28th to 29th and enjoy incredible savings with our 25% off store-wide Black Friday sale. Located Marathon Mall, Harbor Bay, and Sandyport Plaza. Net and discount items excluded.
Then to get sassy, so you ain't gonna bring in this yard.
Let's go drive.
Vincent, man, you know how much coconut I got in steel, man?
Let's go.
Instead!
Boy, you lock up. Sergeant.
Instead, who is sassy, so?
They tell me I can borrow sassy Sue, the sassy Sue.
Sarge, I ain't telling me you can touch my boat.
Everybody lock up. Best of the Best is back on Monaco Foreshore from December 4th to December 7th, so I can see you there.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off. Ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Well, that wraps up news this Wednesday. Coming up and Beyond the Headlines with Shanique Miller, a look at today's top stories. That's coming up in Beyond the Headlines. It starts right after this. That does it for us here at Eyewitness News. It's certainly been a pleasure having you in our company tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Janae Noel saying good night and be safe, everyone.
Running out of space? We've got room for that. Welcome to Skyline Storage, your trusted self-storage solution. Skyline Storage offers units from 5x10 to 10x30, climate controlled or standard dry. Perfect for home or business. Located in Westfield Commerce Park, Western New Providence. Your belongings stay safe with gated access and 24/7 surveillance starting at $175 a month. Reserve, pay, and move in online. No phone calls, no paperwork. Visit SkylineStorage.com. Skyline Storage. Storage made simple.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
Get ready, Grand Bahama. It's the Black Friday deal you've waited all year for. This Friday, November 28th, Grand Bahama Tiles is dropping a 26% off store-wide sale. That's all tiles, all materials, 26% off. It's one day with huge savings and the perfect time to stock up and save big. So don't walk, run to catch this one-day Black Friday sale. Call 352-7920.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off, ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920.
Running out of space? We've got room for that. Welcome to Skyline Storage, your trusted self-storage solution. Skyline Storage offers units from 5x10 to 10x30, climate controlled or standard dry. Perfect for home or business. Located in Westfield Commerce Park, Western New Providence. Your belongings stay safe with gated access and 24/7 surveillance starting at $175 a month. Reserve, pay, and move in online. No phone calls, no paperwork. Visit SkylineStorage.com. Skyline Storage. Storage made simple.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
Get ready, Grand Bahama. It's the Black Friday deal you've waited all year for. This Friday, November 28th, Grand Bahama Tiles is dropping a 26% off store-wide sale. That's all tiles, all materials, 26% off. It's one day with huge savings and the perfect time to stock up and save big. So don't walk, run to catch this one-day Black Friday sale. Call 352-7920.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off, ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. call them at 352-7920.
Running out of space? We've got room for that. Welcome to Skyline Storage, your trusted self-storage solution. Skyline Storage offers units from 5x10 to 10x30, climate controlled or standard dry. Perfect for home or business. Located in Westfield Commerce Park, Western New Providence. Your belongings stay safe with gated access and 24/7 surveillance starting at $175 a month. Reserve, pay, and move in online. No phone calls, no paperwork. Visit SkylineStorage.com. Skyline Storage. Storage made simple.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
Get ready, Grand Bahama. It's the Black Friday deal you've waited all year for. This Friday, November 28th, Grand Bahama Tiles is dropping a 26% off store-wide sale. That's all tiles, all materials, 26% off. It's one day with huge savings and the perfect time to stock up and save big. So don't walk, run to catch this one-day Black Friday sale. Call 352-7920.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, the payments to regularize the line staff payment of the public service happened today, but it's the response of those workers that's making news tonight. Some say the lump sum amount is pittance. We get into it. Also, former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis is saying the F&M is wounded by 2 straight losses, and tonight, Dr. Minnis questions the party's readiness for the general election. Also, it's Wednesday, and that means temperature check. That's right, you know the new series here on this show, straight until the general election. And so tonight, which constituency are we looking at? Fox Hill. Buckle up. That's right. Listen, Also, we're going to have a look at the three candidates and their footprint throughout the Fox Hill constituency. That's all coming up for you this evening. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, Christmas came early for civil servants today. The government made good on its promises of an increase in the increments, but unions who pounded the pavement due to the delay say it's mere pittance than what they were expecting. Delano Roca has the story, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
That was the message from public servants last month, who took to the streets agitating for government to pay up on what was promised. After assurances from Prime Minister Philip Davis, it was money in the bank today for thousands, according to Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator Michael Halkitis.
They have been paid today, and this is money that is added to their salary, not just a lump sum.
A major source of tension for public servants was the decision to issue earlier payments to middle management. Minister Halkitis clarified that the move was not based on preference or performance, but practicality.
It's not a matter of just giving someone a one-time lump sum where you can just say, okay, we'll give everybody a lump sum and that's it. It's actually seeing what the salary is, applying the appropriate percentage, and making sure that each individual gets what is coming to them and what they deserve. And so that process took a little longer. It's no malice or no ill intent or anything. It's just a matter of having to deal with thousands and thousands of people and ensuring that everything is done correctly.
But Bahamas Union of Teachers President and National Alliance Trade Union Congress, Belinda Wilson, blasting the payout today, dismissing it as a slap in the face for workers.
Civil servants received crumbs from Prime Minister Davis's table in the amounts of $150, $200, $341, respectively, and others said they received nothing. Zero. We are unsure as to how they arrived at these amounts based on calculations between 2% to 8%, especially after being aware that other civil servants received $3,000 and up, as they were paid all of their monies retroactive to September.
And while frustrations persist over the rising cost of living, Halkitis says the government's debt reduction strategy is slowly creating space, he says, that can eventually support larger increases for the country's workforce.
We are now in the region of 73% debt to GDP. Of course, it fluctuates. Our goal is by 2030, 2031 to have that around 50%. And so continue to reduce that. 4 years ago, it was in the region of 100%, which was very, very elevated. And so we've gradually brought it down. And, we'll continue to conduct reviews and improve, salaries and benefits as we're able to do so.
And Wilson is not backing down, warning that an ongoing poll of union members will determine whether the union moves to retaliate against the government. Delano Roca, Eyewitness News.
Well, this evening, that topic obviously just making headlines again, and it's one that nobody can quite make sense of. What started as an effort, as far as I understand it, and everyone else, to regularize and make good on public servant salaries, particularly those at the lower levels, and their salary scales at the lower levels in the public service. Remember now, it's unlike quasi-government operations and corporations where they make healthy salaries. In the public service proper, the salaries are much to be desired. And this, as far as I understand it, as we talked about some months ago, was the effort and the intention to be able to get those people up at some point. Imagine the cost of living has continued to spike and hover around historic levels. The other things, grocery and all the rest of it. And so this was an attempt to at least add to the base of salaries so that those people can feel a little less burden. Well, the people today say it's pittance. What do my panelists think? Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Beyond the Headlines contributors, Peggy Candace and Gabrielle McKinsey-Aeneas. Good evening to both of you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. I know we're going to be joined by Howard Johnson in a little bit, but ladies, good evening to both of you.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Shanique. Good evening, Bahamas.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to be here. I know it's going to be a great time and a great show. Can't wait to get into it with you tonight.
Getting into a whole lot. But ladies, let's jump right in, shall we? The public service say, listen, I guess with their union members, union leaders as well. What's up? Listen, we waited for this. This is the salary adjustment. Your thoughts on their response? I understand the actual increase takes effect next month. But your response to what they got today and their reaction to it?
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I think this comes when you don't give the information that they were asking for. I think if they had sent the list of persons that would be receiving the funds and how much they would get, they wouldn't be caught by such a surprise. I think they were misguided in what they thought they were getting. And clearly, they didn't get what they thought they were getting. A lot of them thought that they would be getting this lump sum amount payment, which was not the case. A lot of them, and Miss Belinda Wilson and Mr. Kimsley Ferguson was agitating for back payment up to September 2024, which was not confirmed by the Prime Minister if that would happen. So now that they're seeing what they got, it was retroactive to only September 2025. So I mean, I'm just not surprised.
Well, Shanique, I'm not surprised for a different reason, because I understood that it would be retroactive to September 2025. I believe Miss Belinda Wilson and Kingsley had a responsibility to explain properly instead of storing up their members, to educate them. And I don't know if it is permissible for the government to give somebody a payout amount or a listing of the amount, confidential information.
They released the upper scale level. They released the document of the persons who would have been paid. The union representatives, part of their negotiation, their bargaining agreement, is for them to give that information to their members. Miss Belinda Wilson and Mr. Kimsley Ferguson would have been there, where they delivered a letter to the office of the Prime Minister where they awaited that information after post their demonstration down on Bay Street. Now, from my sources, they would not have received an answer to that as yet. So they were not able to educate Ms. Candice. They were not able to educate their members on, hey, it's only going to be retroactive to September, and you either fall on the 2% scale, you fall on the 3, 4, up to 8% scale. That information they still awaited. So now they're just seeing the additional onto their salary and asking, well, what's this?
But if you make a certain amount, firstly, I don't have no inside source, so I knew that it would be retroactive September 25 because that information was made public. I also knew that it was an administrative delay because the Prime Minister said that publicly. But personally, if you make so much money annually and 2% of that, I mean, do those calculations. You don't need a Belinda. You don't need nobody else to take your phone or your calculator and say 2% of what I make annually is this amount divided by 12.
But at the very least, what the union leaders ought to do is have taken that information that you just explained, Peggy, because I understood it almost from the beginning. It became confusing when those leaders began pushing back and say, hey, listen, this is our membership. What y'all trying to do? Up us? You're trying to like show us up? And then they said, well, we need a list and we need the names, what they're going to get. Whereas it started off again as just outside of the unions. Let me ensure that public servants, particularly those at a lower level, Howard Johnson, that they are given some sort of extra addition to their base salaries. These are people who perhaps have never had this done, and I am told for well over a decade have not had this adjustment made, and so they have been trying to feel their way through all of this, all of the inflation and the cost of living in the Bahamas. They've been trying to feel their way through that. And here it is, this sort of just like, hey, here's a little extra, was turned into something that could have been easily explained. Who should explain it? I don't know. Should the public service explain it? Should an addition? Should their union leaders have come and further add to it? Your human resources have told them and said, "Listen, this is what it is."
Shanique, like I said previously, if you make this amount, 2% of this divided, like for instance, they keep throwing this figure, $3,000. If $3,000 is added to your annual salary, that's $250 a month extra. So when you throw out $350. 2,000. It sounds like, oh my God, they get babes. They're getting $250 additional. Yes. So when you get $120 a month additional, you $1,440 will add it to your base salary. But those things could be explained if individuals were not storing up.
Stop keeping people conveniently dumb.
No, they want to be dumb.
Stop it. That's the thing. They announced it from May in the House of Assembly. I think this is where it started. You said in May, and this is going to be, this is going to come into effect during the June period, right? So you announced this. You made this grandiose announcement to these persons. You didn't specify that these said we're going to get paid and the next said we're going to get paid. Yeah. So you made this announcement. Anything you say on the people's floor, the people who you represent that send you to the House of Assembly, it then becomes, everybody's asking how it becomes the union's business because you made an announcement from there. So now,
Howard, you jump in. You jump into
Howard can be able, may be able to speak to this. From you make that announcement on the floor of the House of Assembly, you invite that type of
chaos. Manufactured chaos. That was the invitation.
You invited.
Chaos. I don't think you invited. That's what Belinda invited the intentional misleading. I think, for example, if this is not a unionized environment, I worked in one before, and if the management of the place I worked before said that they would give the staff, and I think they perhaps would have done so once or twice, that is outside any union bargaining agreement. It is. Where the unions, it's an offering, it's a gift, and you're happy for it because then that's in addition to what your bargaining unit already has made provision for. Howard, good evening to you and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Shanique. Good evening, ladies, and good evening, Bahamas. Well, I see this topic is getting interesting, and I know we've dissected this a bit in the past. We have. And I know this story just dropped like a little late, so I tried to look at it and see what's going on. My contribution to this topic is not going to be anything to do with politics, but it's going to be national. And so I'm going to look at it from a big macro perspective. The issue here is, in the Bahamas, when it comes to anything related to union and government, it seems as if everything is cast in a win-lose, right? I don't know why we don't try to get things to a win-win. Why can't the union win and why can't the government win? The prime minister has a big salary, he makes a lot of money, he makes the big bucks, and so does Belinda. Work in the best interest of your members, work in the best interest of your citizens. Come to the table. Now, what I will say about it that I've seen already is basically two things. The first thing is I see that Ms. Wilson started out her remarks. I was able to listen to them saying that the prime minister gave her members crumbs from his table. This language is unhelpful. It is very unhelpful when you are dealing with negotiations and when you are advocating on behalf of your members. The second thing is, Ms. Belinda, at the end of her remarks that I saw on Eyewitness News, said that she is going to conduct a member poll of her members. Well, by saying at the beginning that the prime minister is giving crumbs from his table, you are already prejudicing the pool of people. That poll would more than likely result in the members wanting to take industrial action, because when Ms. Wilson used language like crumbs from his table, that is prejudicing that pool of members.
But it's what members
so she's creating that environment, and I do not think that this is helpful. at this time.
What I don't feel as though this here, it is almost like, I spoke with a former labor minister, and they said, Shanique, this is why it was attempted just in pockets, but this overall broad sweeping adjustments and address of public servant salary in the public service proper has never been attempted, because to avoid just this right here, to want to do a good deed. And I think it was under the Ingram administration that it was done in pockets at various ministries, or perhaps groupings of ministries, but certainly not overall, just to avoid this right here. Because the thing is, once again, if I go to Hermes and I buy you a wallet, but you figure I should have gone and get you the $100,000+ bag, then what the dickens? You slapping my gift in the face? I just wondering.
But if we have an agreement, Shanique, again.
What is the agreement? There is no agreement.
They have bargaining agreements, and this government has definitely touted the amount of agreements that they've signed.
They have.
And one of the clauses in those agreements is, if you're going to make any adjustments to it that affects any of their members' salary scales, that is what I was trying to say earlier. It came back to me. That is where the union has to get involved now on behalf of their members.
The union
so when
cannot,
it's a good thing,
it is a good thing, and the union cannot see it as a one-off thing. The union cannot see it
according to the agreement.
Gabrielle, thanks. Gabrielle, if you open your mouth over me as I speak. The union cannot play around and see it as Philip Brave Davis trying to one-up them, or Michael Halkias, or whomever it is. When the union has to flex its muscles, it isn't. When the union has to flex its muscles, go on and flex it. Go on and represent your membership. But for them to get this extra onto what's been agreed and what's perhaps coming at the end of this year, or whenever those increments and those wonderful things are, let that happen as well. That means your members are benefiting all the more. Just simple as that. These people who've been working in the public service for eons, and salaries remain this small, deserve this extra boost. Don't you want them to have that?
But it is not being portrayed as an extra boost. It's like she said, crumbs. And like Howard said, it is not beneficial, and it is not intended to come.
Peggy, if you represent me, if you are my representative, if I hired you and I say, Peggy, I need you to represent me on this situation, and I text you and I say,
responsibility to be responsible in my response to you.
This is what I'm saying. This is what my members are saying. So I'm not going to pretty it up because it makes you feel good inside and butter it up. When my members are texting me frustrated, they're texting me. They probably said worse than crumbs. They probably said worse than crumbs because I don't even think crumbs is a bad word.
Your words frustrated them. You're getting what you feed them. That's the response you conjure up.
I have no problem with Ms. Wilson and Mr. Ferguson or any other union leader representing their union, specifically as it relates to what is penned in industrial agreements and in collective bargaining agreements. But when you are talking about gifts, why are we taking industrial action, and why are we trying to control the narrative, the amounts, and anything else as it relates to gifts that are outside of the purview of these agreements?
It's no such thing as a gift when it comes to these person's salary. Yes, the Prime Minister decided to do it out of the goodness of his heart, Shanique, but it's not such thing as a gift.
Outside of what the union provides in terms of its negotiations and the bargaining agreement, they've been waiting on something like this for ages. Some people in the public service don't even make $20,000, $30,000. And they've been there for years. Now, of course, that's the level they work at. Nobody can give you a free gift if that's where you are. What I'm saying,
extra.
though,
I'd say extra. I'd take that back.
It's a gift.
It's awesome.
Extra.
It is awesome to have that addition onto your base salary, because that can help you make ends meet just a little easier. It's all. And then to add it on to what the union provides in terms of the union agreements, man, that's just excellent.
Because that's the message that was not properly told. That this is not something that was negotiated by the union. This was something that was offered by the government.
But that's what she said. Government. She said it was a negotiated.
She muddied the water. It's like somebody had to squeeze some mop to get it out.
She said that no, this was not negotiated. And I keep trying to go back. Miss Wilson, I heard her say that the reason she got involved is because according to their bargaining agreement, anything once, even in a good way, if it affects the salaries of her members, she has to be involved.
Yeah, but you don't make it messy. She made it messy unnecessarily.
As the former Labor Minister said, this is why we have just honored the bargaining agreements.
And not
additional. Because when you try to do this is what happens. A whole chicken fight and the chicken coop would have a bunch of holes in it. Former Prime Minister Dr. Eyewitness says the Free National Movement is moving into the 2026 general election. Let's go, you all. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. At a disadvantage and limping along after what he says is wrongly contesting the West Grand Bahama and West Grand Bahama and Bimini and Golden Isles by-elections. Now, panel, the former Prime Minister has been quiet all this by-election. He says intentionally so. He said he removed himself, he said. I want to ask your thoughts about the mouthful he said today with regards to the F&M and the position they now find themselves in.
It's a clip?
There is no clip. Quickly.
Okay, I'm sorry. The last line of what I heard him said is that he agreed with the former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram's assessment that it was a bad idea. Ingram came forward and said that he advised them not to. I recall correctly when the first talk began after the late Maureen Miller's death announcement, Michael Pintard, leader of the Free National Movement, said, let's go to a general. Why even bother with a by-election? It will be very expensive to do a by-election with generals right around the corner. So I think he was lining up with the former Prime Minister Ingram's advice. And at the very last moment, he said, okay, yes, we're going forward with a candidate. It is proven to be the advice of Hubert Ingram is proven to be correct when you look at the resources and when you look at the outcome. Was it a good idea? I don't think it was.
I want to start off by saying, name one by-election that Ingram didn't go into. The thing about this is the F&M is in a competition. It is a political competition. And if you don't enter the race, someone else will, and they might just take your place. So you ought to always be ready. So while the former Prime Minister's point may have had some validity to them in terms of the resources it would take, we know this. The fact of the matter is the Free National Movement as the official opposition is the Progressive Liberals Party competition. So whether it's a by-election or an election call, you got to be ready to put your boots on the ground, and that's the way it is.
I feel the Free National Movement had no choice.
They didn't have a choice.
It had to show up to the fight because if it didn't, then the discussion would have been different. Now, when we come back, remember, this is temperature check. Remember, and I want D'Angelo and I want every chance, Eric, everybody in the back there to know what time we started because we have to get through tonight. But when we come back, guess who is speaking out, y'all? Former Deputy Prime Minister, Brent Simonet. He says to Menace, we'll have several seats. We'll talk about that when we come back right after the break.
Welcome to Sunburst Super Christmas Sale, where you buy 5 and get 1 free. Prices start at just $28.95 for top quality wall paints and high gloss oil paints for $55.95 a gallon. Lucky customers get a chance to win a 42-inch TV every Saturday starting now. The drawing will take place at Sunburst Paints the first week of December. You can also have a chance to win one of 2 65-inch TVs during the month of December. So hurry on down to Sunburst Paints on Harold Road, where you buy 5 and get 1 free. Happy holidays, everybody!
Get ready, Grand Bahama. It's the Black Friday deal you've waited all year for. This Friday, November 28th, Grand Bahama Tiles is dropping a 26% off store-wide sale. That's all tiles, all materials, 26% off. It's one day with huge savings and the perfect time to stock up and save big. So don't walk, run to catch this one-day Black Friday sale. Call 352-7920.
Crossing the Sidney Poitier Bridge just got easier. Now you can pay your bridge tolls using debit or credit cards.
No more searching for cash.
Just tap and go. Quick, secure, and easy.
Modern convenience, same trusted service from the Bridge Authority.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off. Ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920.
Then to get sassy, so you ain't gonna bring in this yard.
Let's go drive. Vincent, man, you know how much coconut I got in steel, man? Let's go.
Kingston!
Boy, you lock up. Sergeant.
Kingston, who is sassy, so?
They tell me I can borrow sassy Sue, the sassy Sue.
Sarge, I ain't telling you can touch my boat.
Everybody lock up. Best of the best is back on Montague Foreshore from December 4th to December 7th, so I can see you there.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Listen, we're going to quickly just wrap up this segment very, very quickly. Listen, ladies, and of course you, Howard. Brent Simonet is responding to Dr. Minnis, saying, Dr. Minnis, you ain't got no say in this. Like, where you just come from. Your thoughts about this? I mean, and he's saying, Dr. Minnis, go into retirement. Why is he calling for Dr. Minnis to retire, you all think?
It's a little bad like him. Come, Dr. Minnis, come over, retire and look shabby like me.
Listen to me.
That's what I wanted to say, Shanique. Dr. Minnis and former Prime Minister Ingram, right? I noticed their remarks where they said the F&M should probably not have contested these two by-elections. And I found that very interesting. Former Prime Minister Ingram was Prime Minister of the Bahamas 3 times. Mm-hmm. And I believe that he enjoyed upwards of 90% voter turnout when he won those 3 elections. The election that brought Dr. Minnis into office in 2017, I am sure that was over 85 to 90% voter turnout. And each of those prime ministers would have encouraged people to get out to vote. They wanted a high turnout because a high turnout gives strength to your mandate to govern, right? And it's consistent with the democratic ideals that underpin our system. How then can you say, after going through all of that, you're now saying, remove those democratic principles that underscore our system and don't let candidates run in a general election? I find that very hypocritical. And no disrespect to both former prime ministers. I sat at their feet and I revere them. But they are wrong on this night. Because on the one hand, you cannot expect for the democracy to work when you are running for office and you want everybody to show up. But then you tell the political party, don't let your candidate run. There's something fundamentally wrong with that.
I agree. The Free National Movement had to have a candidate in the Golden Isles by-election. I mean, otherwise they would have been minced meat this evening. And so listen, let's move along, you all. Welcome to Temperature Check. This week, we're looking at the Fox Hill constituency. Now, this is our 3rd week. You all kind of get an idea of exactly what Temperature Check is now. And it's where we kind of give a temperature check on the constituencies where the candidates stand now. Now, there are some constituencies we'll revisit because it's the first bunch. Others will sort of have gotten their rhythm already by the time we get to them. So these ones deserve a revisit. However, let's move forward, right? Now, let's begin, Peggy, Gabrielle, and Howard, with the ratified candidates. There are 3 right now. The Coalition of Independents, Bob Brown, the Free National Movement's Dr. Nicholas Fox, and the Progressive Liberal Party's and incumbent Fred Mitchell. Let's jump in, you all, with the the COI's candidate, Bob Brown. What have you all been able to discover about Bob Brown? How is he resonating in Fox Hill? How has he been able to make it? And there's Bob Brown right there. How has he been able to make his presence felt? And what is he doing that's sort of getting attention and drawn towards him and pulling attention towards him rather in Fox Hill?
If you notice, Shanique, Mr. Robert Brown, Robert is his name. He was one of the hardest persons to find. If you notice, it's not a picture of him in a ratified garments. It's a casual picture because finding Mr. Brown on social media, Facebook in particular, was a difficult task because like other COI candidates, they are not putting themselves out there. As a matter of fact, his profile name on Facebook is Bob. His real name is Robert. And I Google and I search and to come across this individual because they didn't put out a picture of him like others for Fox Hill. Mr. Brown, first I found out, was a natural resident of Fox Hill. He's a Fox Hillian. He's now a pastor and he was a bodybuilder. But and he did several presentations during Fox Hill festivals, recognizing different athletes. But as of, I'm a candidate.
He's had some sort of community effort in Fox Hill.
But before becoming a candidate, as a candidate, I've seen nothing on a social media platform, Facebook in particular, about his work as a candidate within the community. And so once again, COI candidates are falling short of promoting who they are and what they are about in their constituencies.
I'll give Bob a break because I realized that he was recently ratified. He was one of the latter ones to be ratified for the COI. So I did do my due diligence. I actually drove into Fox Hill. I love to go down to the water holes. Drove in there. Oh, that is all right. I mean, you gotta be where the people is go. You gotta go where the church. You gotta go where the people is go to get the real.
Go ahead, Sarah.
The real information. Okay.
We accept the explanation.
So I went down and I talked to a few Fox Hillians and I just asked them before I even mention a candidate's name. I always start off by asking, do you know who the candidates are that are running for this area? Of course, everybody knows who the Progressive Liberal Party has sent member of parliament, the Free National Movement's candidate. When we get to him, we'll talk about that. And then they thought, I said, what about the COI? What about the COI? I don't think they have a candidate yet, is what everyone is saying. But then I said, no, the candidate is R, because I had found out too that his name isn't Bob. It's R Brown. They call him Bob. I mean, all sorts of people have names. People call Brave, the Prime Minister Brave. So we'll call him R Bob Brown. So R Bob Brown, he's known for Fox Hill because he has roots there. Yeah. But in terms of getting started, his engine hasn't really read up yet. He doesn't have an office down there where that persons know of. They weren't able to direct me to any additional activities since he's became a candidate. He does, however, he's been heavily involved in sports, bodybuilding, things, programs with young men prior to his COI nomination. So that's the information. That's all I got for you. The people tell me it. I ain't say it. The people say it.
Yeah, Shanique, I understand where Gabby is coming from about Mr. Brown being ratified. I think about 4 to 5 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I saw that in doing my due diligence as well. However, I'm not going to excuse Mr. Brown because when you get ratified, that is the time for you to get on the ground and start making that initial push when that wind is under your sails, so to speak. And so Mr. Brown should have gotten on the ground right after the nomination. Beyond that, I did not find a social media footprint for him. I saw some of the community work that Peggy mentioned on someone else's Facebook page with Mr. Brown, right? Several things with him, with the athletes, him inspecting the exposed roof of someone's house, and all of the blurbs and the narratives surrounding his community work. But I was unable to find any post-ratification footprint for Mr. Brown in Fox Hill. And the 7 persons that I would have spoken to for this segment tonight have said that they have not seen Mr. Brown. All of them had heard that there was a candidate for the COI, but they had not seen that organized campaign team on the ground with Mr. Brown in their areas.
Bob Brown is born in Fox Hill, I guess, so he started his formative years there. He is an IT specialist. And of course he is a fitness enthusiast, or used to be, not sure what he does now, but that is something that I was able to glean.
Bob the Builder.
No, he competed. He competed.
He
competed. And he's a fitness enthusiast.
And Peggy, what you always laughing about?
I don't know what Peggy. If
Bob the Builder.
If you laugh one more time,
all these things you could call him, going Bob the Builder.
If you laugh one more time. By the way, speaking of you all, Eric, bring up this gentleman who's dancing with his supporters. Go ahead.
I never knew love like this before. Now I'm lonely nevermore. Since you came into my life, you are my love like the sun, and I'll never let you go. You're my all, part of me. Once I was lost and now I'm found, and it turned my world around. When I need, I call your name.
Listen, thank you so much. There's a gentleman who says, "What the fox?" Listen, if you're someone who is this, by the way, the Free National Movement's candidate in the Fox Hill constituency, Dr. Nicholas Fox, he is played on that. In his last name, he's played on that. What the fox? He is there dancing. I thought that was AI for a moment because I didn't know he had that kind of move in him. But he's been there.
Angus beef, baby. Angus beef.
What have you, Gabrielle, jump right in. What have you all been able to find out and see about Dr. Nicholas Fox?
I mean, as you can see, the energy from Dr. Nicholas Fox is extremely high down there in Fox Hill. He is amassing an enormous following quickly. I don't know if it's just because of his charisma, if it's because of his uniqueness, his nerve, or his talent. But down there in Fox Hill, he is building up a following, whether it's through his after-school lunch program twice a week, through all of the other community activities that he's been doing. He's been on the ground, door to door, just about every day in Fox Hill. Matter of fact, I think 95% of the residents that I spoke to where I did visit in Fox Hill said that he has already been to their doors. And this was a random sampling of persons. So clearly, he's making his rounds down there. He's making his presence felt during the time when it was the tropical storm passing. He was there with his son. I mean, they were digging out the drains. They were getting down and dirty. And he has some waters running down there in Fox Hill, and I ain't talking about the faucets in the ground.
But Dr. Fox, I'll have to quote Dr. Fox. Dr. Fox said that he is the most popular candidate of the Free National Movement, and I must agree with him. About his followers, it goes beyond Fox Hill. I mean, he has a growing.
Show the socks, Eric. Show the
even
socks.
His
Go ahead,
socks
Peggy.
went viral. You know, he has a great following on social medias, TikTok, and he's also doing the work. When you look,
What is he doing though? Besides the fun, what is he doing, and how has he been resonating?
He has a strong social media presence. We saw him delivering fans and ACs and just getting involved in community, not to mention his medical practice is in Fox Hill.
Free medical
and
services.
So he is known for being very available for Foxhillian, and he has a great reputation with them. See, they're Fox sake.
For Fox's sake.
For Fox's sake.
I tell you.
Yes.
Just
And
a play on
he's amazing for this political season. He brings the temperature down and lots of laughter, lots of entertainment, but you also see his approach to campaigning. I'll have
very different.
Yeah.
And what he is showing, I think he's leading the way, is a few of them are getting it right in terms of marrying social media with their political their political footprints out there this election season. And that is why we kind of, on this show, I've decided I'm going to highlight some of those who are doing this, because this is quite frankly the new way to campaign.
Yes.
Yes, you've got to get out there and touch hands and say hello and all the rest of it. But this right here is hugely impactful and gets you incredible mileage. Howard, your thoughts, and what have you been able to find out about Dr. Fox, the Free National Movement's candidate?
What I'm going to say, first of all, is if politics doesn't work out for Dr. Fox and he doesn't win the seat, there's always Dancing with the Stars. I think he'll do great on that show. But beyond that, Shanique, Dr. Fox has just landed on the political scene and has taken it by storm. The gentleman appears to be a very warm, approachable, likable gentleman, and he seems to be very authentic and genuine. And that is being parlayed into all of the love that he has been getting on social media. I mean, he has that presence and he has that energy, like Peggy said. Now, he has been working in the community. Dr. Fox, that after-school lunch program, about all that controversial hot dog talk between him and his opponent some weeks ago. I saw on his social media that there was he had a prayer vigil recently to support breast cancer. He's always on the ground with his team campaigning, like we saw in the video where they were dancing. And all of the voters that I spoke with in Fox Hill, the 7 of them, said that they had seen Dr. Fox and his team on the ground campaigning to them. As my colleagues mentioned, the free clinics, what I loved that I've seen that really touched me was the Fox Hill Senior Citizens Birthday Club, where Dr. Fox and his team would go to the elderly residents, 92-year-old, I've seen 92-year-old great-grandmothers and stuff, just surprised and elated that he showed up there with these beautiful birthday cakes in the front of their grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Very touching moments, you know? And he's also been supporting other candidates. And then with the drains, he was out there in his booth several months ago, clearing drains with his people. So Dr. Fox has been maintaining a presence, I mean, since he's been ratified and as a staple in that community even before. So he is out there and he's working.
Well, listen, of course, this is Temperature Check, and I'll tell you what we do. We do the work. My panelists, they go in, they speak, some even physically go in. Many, of course, pick up the phone and call randomly, just residents of any constituency, to hear from them and their authentic and organic thoughts about the ratified candidates in their area. Of course, tonight it's Fox Hill, but when we come back, we will look at the incumbent, Fred Mitchell. How is he resonating? What is Fred Mitchell doing? Is Fred Mitchell working? Is he sort of responding in terms of effort to this hype that is Dr. Nicholas Fox? We're going to talk about that here on Beyond the Headlines. It's Temperature Check. We're back right after this break.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off, ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920.
Running out of space? We've got room for that. Welcome to Skyline Storage, your trusted self-storage solution. Skyline Storage offers units from 5x10 to 10x30, climate controlled or standard dry. Perfect for home or business. Located in Westfield Commerce Park, Western New Providence. Your belongings stay safe with gated access and 24/7 surveillance starting at $175 a month. Reserve, pay, and move in online. No phone calls, no paperwork. Visit SkylineStorage.com. Skyline Storage. Storage made simple.
Get ready, Grand Bahama. It's the Black Friday deal you've waited all year for. This Friday, November 28th, Grand Bahama Tiles is dropping a 26% off store-wide sale. That's all tiles, all materials, 26% off. It's one day with huge savings and the perfect time to stock up and save big. So don't walk, run to catch this one-day Black Friday sale. Call 352-7920.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
It's Christmas time at Grand Bahama Tiles with 5 days of savings you don't want to miss. Starting this Saturday, November 29th, get 25% off all tiles in stock. Then on Monday, December 1st, savings drop to 24% off, ending Thursday, December 4th with 21% off. The early bird really catches the worm this Christmas as savings drop each day. Hurry down for early Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's temperature check. You know, Wednesdays, this is what we do in the lead up to the general election. We will the minimum 39 constituencies, perhaps that number will increase. Well, we're going to look at all of the candidates in each constituency, whether they be independent, whether they belong to a political organization, and we are going to gauge the temperature as it relates to them, so that you, number one, can perhaps find out what you did not know, make up your mind about somebody, or give someone a second look. And so, of course, this night we are focusing in on Fox Hill. If you're just joining us, go watch this broadcast again because you missed a lot. We are now going to turn our attention to the incumbent, the Progressive Liberal Party's candidate, Fred Mitchell. Fred Mitchell, a statesman, truly, I mean, through and through, to the point that when in this discussion, I'm going to see if the others perhaps bring up the fact that, well, first of all, I want to know what they found out, because if you look at it, you see Dr. Fox is just trending left, right, and then center. And so you would wonder, whoa, wait a minute, Mr. Mitchell, or are you just going to sit by? So listen, let's jump in quickly, you all. What have you all found out about this incumbent who has been quite successful, enjoys a very successful political career as member of parliament, as statesman, and of course, cabinet minister? What have you all been able to find out though about him in this dispensation of elections?
Well, Mr. Mitchell has had more than a successful political career. He's had a successful relationship with the people of Fox Hill. Some absolutely love him. And when there's no bigger footprint on social media than Mr. Mitchell, I tell you that. Funerals, weddings, school events, everything.
Now, I know he's not a Dr. Fox to dance and to have play on words, but his social media, talk about that, because I've been wondering about his social media.
No, he's been smart enough over the years to capture most things on social media, most events he show up to, and I was amazed. You look at his persona and you think he don't socialize, but yes, he does. When it comes to Fox Hill and everything Fox Hill, Mr. Mitchell appears to be present. I don't know how he do it. He shows up to, like Dr. Fox, personal events. he shows up. He showed up to a wedding where he just walk in because he's one of the family when it comes to Fox Hill resident. He has had a long history of being there, even at the most tragic events. Mr. Fred Mitchell showed up to be with the family, and they've had many in Fox Hill. Every social gathering, community gathering, Mr. Mitchell has been there. And so I don't know what else.
So he is still very active and present.
Very active, very
Fox
present.
Hill.
And probably besides that AI motorbike thingy.
Listen, I wish you. By the way, do you all have that motorcycle with Fred Mitchell getting on that motorcycle recently?
Yes.
Do you all even have that? Go ahead, Gabrielle.
Listen, I concur with your sentiment, Shanique, that Fred Mitchell is definitely a statesman through and through. He is anytime I get the opportunity to speak on Fred Mitchell, I always applaud his political mind. I absolutely admire it. Fred Mitchell, the way that he thinks and processes politics is like no one else. Make no mistake about it. I think Fred Mitchell is absolutely a political animal. He is a political animal. So no matter what you think or have to say, he knows how to get the job done, and he's going to fight to the finish. He's been in Fox Hill, according to persons I have surveyed. And I do follow his minute-by-minute page, of course. Minute-by-minute Mitchell, of course I'm going to follow him. And he does post everything, whether it's a funeral, a wedding, a shower, whatever he's attending. He has a presence. He has a presence there. Here's the thing, though. That presence there, he's lost Fox Hill twice before. If I can stand to be corrected, it may be more. He's lost it to just Dr. He's lost it to Johnny Ann Dorset, and then he's lost it to Chanel Ferguson. So Fox Hillians have left him before. That is why I see now the intensity coming out with him and Dr. Nicholas Fox.
So wait a minute,
because he ain't gonna let no one roach on he bread.
But this is why I want you all, and I want people to understand this is organic what you see happening, because I give them each week, listen, go and do your investigations, go and speak with people. So you are saying Fred Mitchell isn't sitting on the sidelines and saying, who is this dude and the shenanigans he up to?
Here's the thing though. He, before with his competitors, you're a non-factor, you're an idiot, I'm not even going to pay it any mind. But you see now a different side of Fred Mitchell. At every point, even he got on the rally, said, Lord Fred, you cost the people, cost your cuff. The statesman gone left the window. So this is showing us that Dr. Nicholas Fox now, like I said, minute by minute, Mitchell has met his match, because this is causing now that political animal maybe to resurface in a way that we've never seen it before. So the race for Fox Hill, Shanique, is heating up.
The most interesting race I feel that's going to continue to evolve this election season. Howard, you're muted. I think you're muted. Go ahead.
No, hello?
Go ahead, yes.
Yeah, so I think that Fred Mitchell does not have the personality of Dr. Fox. That is very clear.
Yeah.
And because he now has a worthy competitor, he is trying to do some of that. I wish we had the picture with Mr. Mitchell on the big ninja bike. Although he was wearing church clothes and church shoes.
Let's show Fred and his personality.
He was riding the bike. He's trying to do some of those things to make himself, look a little lighter, right? But here's the thing. Even though Mr. Mitchell has been beat before, Fred Mitchell, and I'm not surprised at him cussing Gabby, because Fred Mitchell was a firebrand earlier on in his political career.
He burned the Constitution.
Fred Mitchell has been in politics for over 35 years. And even though he's a controversial figure, I'm going to say this. There's an old adage, beware of an old man in a profession where men die young. Fred Mitchell has stood the test of time in politics, because that is not only a testament to his longevity, but it is a testament to his political skill, like you said. And so Dr. Fox, as I know, will not rest on his laurel, because Fred Mitchell is not going to be easy to beat. In that constituency, on Fred Mitchell, minute by minute, I have seen him monitoring repairs most recently and tree trimming at the Fox Hill Clinic. He's been inspecting drains. Several weeks ago, I saw him inspecting drains with a team. He's been attending church weddings and funerals in the constituency, like Peggy said. And there's a bulk waste removal program, a bulk waste disposal program that it appears that he is spearheading up there. And I also saw a list of Christmas events that are coming up. Fred Mitchell has a slew of events from Thanksgiving starting tomorrow and leading all the way up to through Christmas. And so you must give him credit. Mr. Mitchell is the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the PLP chairman. And somehow he finds time to still do all of these things.
I told you it's a
Then final thing, the seven persons that I spoke to, two of those persons said that they didn't see Fred Mitchell, but they saw his team. So I believe that was because he either was out of the country on foreign affairs business or he was doing something as PLP chairman. But he's maintained the presence.
You all, so obviously this is truly a race. This is a race where everybody, but here it is. The incumbent is
big ninja bike.
That's big man on big things. And so this is a constituency where obviously the incumbent is not laying down and saying, okay, well let this guy have his time. No. The incumbent is working, has plans to move the Fox Hill constituency forward.
And showing some of his personality.
But that we don't get to see and haven't seen. And then there you have the Free National Movement's candidate who is just stirring the pot and throwing just sort of everything out there and making fun of it.
He's keeping him on his toes, and that's what we need.
Making fun of it. And so listen, you all, before these guys tell me, Shanique, wrap up, I want to ask you all this. Now this is the all important. I have a temperature check question. So you all quickly. Where is Fox Hill leaning right now tonight? Is it leaning hard PLP, hard F&M, COI, independent, or too close to call?
Fox Hill tonight is too close to call between the Progressive Liberal Party and the Free National Movement. Too close to call.
But exciting to watch.
It is too close to call.
It's
definitely too close to call.
Wow. Now listen, before I truly have to wrap up, now you all know last week we had such a good time in South Beach. I forgot to ask that question. And so, ladies and gentlemen, in the South Beach constituency, as we discussed last night, is South Beach leaning hard PLP, hard F&M, and we're talking about right now, hard PLP, hard F&M, COI, independent, or too close to call?
PLP, in my opinion. I think the current MP is the one to beat. Bacchus Roll is the one to beat at this current time.
I think as of today's date.
Go ahead, Fred.
Oh, sorry.
No, talk.
Oh, no. I think as of today's date, it may be leaning PLP still.
Howard, as we watch Fred Mitchell get on this bike and just command this bike, go ahead.
Shanique.
Yes, I think the constituency of South Beach is definitely leaning PLP. I don't know about hard, but it is leaning PLP. A word of advice to Fred Mitchell: don't wear church shoes when you are releasing the clutch on that motorbike. You need some tennis.
You lead Fred. Yeah, Fred, come on, try to do that.
He was trying to be as spontaneous as his competitor. He's a little bit of spontaneity, man.
Not so risky, though.
Listen, and they Gucci or what? They Gucci shoes or what? But the point is, leave this man alone.
And the
cap on, and this shirt. Let this man handle this bike. You want something to say?
What a time!
I tell you what a time.
I hear in the watering hole, Shanique talking about handling bikes. I mean, listen, what a night!
Listen, you all. I thank you all so much because this is exactly what Temperature Check will do. Whether we make light moments of it, but we are going to take a real candid look at each constituency each week. Now we will take a break after the 17th of December. We will take a break until January. But listen, we're going to be as frank and as honest as we see it at that time. Some constituencies, of course, we will revisit, but we are here and we're going to go through all of them. And so get your act together for those of you who are still watching. I thank you all so much, Peggy Candace, Gabrielle, Mackenzie Eneas, and of course Howard Johnson. Thank you as well. And a big thank you to all of you for tuning in this evening. It's been awesome having you along, and I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, my wonderful production team, I'm Shanique Miller. Thank you so much for watching. Make it a great evening, everyone.
The Verizon Media Group, home of ILTV, Paramount Systems Limited, Eyewitness News, and Beyond the